Hello, Princess and Joanna. You can go back to your previous form when both of you finish the discussion about intellectual property. Let's start the adventure! Follow me, guys. The beginning of the adventure is to know what is intellectual property. You should listen to me, guys, so that you can go to the next step. What is intellectual property? Intellectual property is the primary function of intellectual property right to protect copyright. Additionally, intellectual property refers to the creation of the mind.
Welcome to the four types of intellectual property. These are the four types of intellectual property: patent, trademark, trade secret, and copyright. The first type of intellectual property is patent. So, patent protects technical inventions in all fields of technology, a right to stop others for a limited period from making, using, or selling the invention without their permission. Examples: iPhone design, swipe feature. Next, we have the term of protection: 20 years from the filing date of the application. The eligibility of patent: it has to be new, involves an inventive step, and industrially applicable. The second type of intellectual property is trademark. Trademark protects brands or business name. It could be a word, phrase, symbol, design, or even a combination. So there is a rarely an overlap between trademark and copyright law. So when a graphic illustration is used as a logo, the design may be protected both under copyright and trademark. So example, Apple for cell phones. Next, term of protection: 10 years from the date of registration, renewable once for another 10 years. Next, we have eligibility. Uniqueness of the mark is the most important factor to take into account. The third type of intellectual property is trade secret. So from the word itself, secret, it is something keep hidden. So trade secret protects secret information and right on confidential information. So secret information owned or developed by a business that gives a competitive advantage. So examples: new invention, Coke formula. Next, term of protection: unlimited period of time as long as it remains secret. Next, eligibility: the trade secret will no longer exist if any of the elements are no longer present. Otherwise, the duration of trade secret protection is unbounded. The fourth and the last type of intellectual property is copyright. Protects works of authorship, or anything that's kind of a workable or authorship. It could be writings, artworks, sculptures, computer programs, and software. Copyright is inexpensive to protect relative to the others. Examples: books, movies, and drawings. Next, term of protection: 50 to 70 years after author's death. Next, eligibility: immediately reserves the owner's right from the moment of creation. However, its protection can be extended to the expression of the idea in a tangible form.
Welcome to the last round of intellectual property. You can enter the portal if you finish listening the discussion. The last stage of intellectual property is their violation. As I said before in the stage 1, intellectual property is important to protect the ideas that have developed, for instance, by means of patents or copyright. The most common violation of intellectual property is infringement. Infringement means that when a person uses the innovation ideas without the permission of the owner. Infringement have different types. The first one is the patent infringement. It means that when the person has used or sold from someone else the invention that doesn't have the permission of the owner. The second one is the trademark. Trademark infringement. It means that when a person uses a trademark that is, relatives to someone else registered mark. The last one is copyright infringement is when a person distribute, display your work without the permission of the owner is called copyright. This type of intellectual property is happen when the person has produced a work that's similar to the owner's work. It involves copying and selling. The importance of intellectual property is to protect the creation of the mind that includes invention, artistic work, symbols, images, and literary. Also, intellectual property protects the business from their ideas and concepts. Additionally, as I said before, that intellectual property is the primary function of intellectual property rights because it provides the author for the protection of their original work. And intellectual property rights is essential because it protects what's yours.